and just kind of wait for people to forget about the controversy, just relax a little bit and be genuinely at least constructive back. But what do you think they think you're doing?
I really don't know what to think.
Pretend you were them. Like, think of one coworker who you know best, who you think you know best. Pretend you're this person right now. What does this person think you're trying to do by just being as constructive and as neutral as possible? Considering you have gotten into some drama and some, if I may, pissing contests and some controversies intentionally before, and suddenly you're going from being at times provocative and controversial to Mr. Constructive. What do you think what do they think you're trying to do?
I'm guessing that they're thinking that I'm trying to win them over
Well, are you?
somewhat. Not really.
But you just said you want them to basically like you again, so are you, or are you not trying to win them over?
I am in a sense, but it's.
You're just trying to reduce the awkwardness, like define what it is you're actually trying to do.
I'm just trying to, like you said, reduce the awkwardness and just try to turn it to the point where it's okay. We have to work together. Let's do what we got to do together the way that we're supposed to do it.
And the question.
And basically, that kind of helps take my mind off of everything.
Right. And the question, please answer honestly. Once the awkwardness go away, once everything has gone back to business as usual, will you continue trying to win them over? Will you continue kind of trying to be provocative to entertain yourself? Or do you want to just stay boring and constructive forever because there are bigger things to worry about, maybe?
If I can win them over, that would be great.
Right.
But yeah, I would want to be as constructive as possible. You know, anything outside of the workplace that's basically see how it goes, but
other than just continuing to do what you were doing and waiting for time to take care of it, what else, what behaviors, I guess words, but behaviors, nonverbal, things like body language actually are more important. What else might you possibly do to convince them that you're done with the drama, you just want to go back to being normal, boring business as usual?
I guess I could just keep going the way I've been going and hope it turns out.
Let's a thought exercise. A new coworker comes in and he started off on the wrong foot and you really don't like him anymore. What might that person do to change your opinion about him or her? What would a person have to do to win you over, in other words? Once you already don't like them for whatever reason, you're so sure valid.
Hopefully they realize that they did start off on the wrong foot and they.
In other words, would you need an apology? Would you need a different body language from them? Would you need them to explicitly ask you how you want things done? Like, what would...
It would be nice if they started out because they're new, you know, asking how things are supposed to be done.
Right.
And then...
Okay, so if
And
it's...
then I guess it's up to me because, you know, I would have found it put off to make me not like them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I just reiterate to them, it's, that's something that not really a good thing to start off with.
So what you're saying is, what you would need them to show more deference to the way you do things, to what you expect of them, but at the same time, it's ultimately your decision to stop not liking them.
Right.
And to decide how we're going to proceed. Now let's flip that right back around. Would you be able to show more interest in what the co-workers that you're trying to win over, how they want things done, what their way is? Would you be able to do that?
I should be able to.
And at the same time, would you be able to keep in mind that ultimately it is how they react to it is their choice? So if they don't immediately give you what you want, it's not you failing, they're just choosing to not respond to what you're obviously trying. Would you be able to do that?
Yeah. Yeah, I should be
So
able to.
that's a part of your homework for starting from tomorrow's day at work until the following session. Make a visible effort to express an interest in how other people at your job want things done, at the same time keeping in mind that the choice of how to react to you obviously trying to do things their way a little more is up to them. And one last thing, let's say it's not a new co-worker, let's say it's a co-worker who has been, you still have seniority, but they're not all that new, you don't like them for whatever reason. I'm sure you both have somewhat valid reasons to not like each other, because you are at times confrontational for the sake of being confrontational, because it can be fun. What would this person have to do in order to win? Like, they're not new, you have your area of expertise, they have theirs. What would this person have to do in order to win you over, have they chosen to?
If it was me, I would tell them, that if they have a second.
Let's say you're perfectly content to not like them forever, like you have given up, you think they're hopeless, whatever, but they have decided they want to win you over. What would they have to do?
Just come straight out and ask me what I think they could do to better themselves at work.
They would have to, even though they're not brand new, they would have to express an interest in,
or hopefully they see how I do things, and it's like
they would have to express an interest in cooperating with a little bit better with what you see, with what you have to do in software, even though they're not brand new. Flipping it right back around, is that something you're willing to do for whoever it is you want to make amends with?
Yeah.
Name one coworker and how would you go around doing that?
There's
describe them. You don't have to name them, but describe them.
Well, there's this one person on our presentation team.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually a team that I really wanted to try to work with, anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Try to learn some of the things that they do to
Mm-hmm.
make it easier for me to do on my job. It's one of those things that instead of going to them saying, "Hey, I need this done. If you could do that really fast," just show me how you're supposed to do that, what the steps are, and if I get a chance to, it's something I can do.
Ask to be trained so they're not the only person within
Right,
square
yeah.
miles stuck doing that always and forever. And what would you do if the person assumes you're trying to take over? Like, how would you? Would explicitly say, "No, I'm not trying to take over. I feel like I need to be your backup," which they may or may not believe you, but at least you try to.
That's one of the things that I would have to tell them. It's like I'm not. It's just something that I feel that would be easier if we could get it done. If I was to have a little bit of the training how to do it.
So,
Even
bottom,
though if it's
right.
if it's not them doing it, at least that's one less thing that they have to worry about.
So bottom line, would see whoever it is that you would like a little more easier, natural interaction to, whoever you may have slightly pissed off in the past, would you be willing to offer some form of cooperation to them?
Yeah,
While at the same time keeping in mind that it's ultimately their choice whether or not to accept it. You could be doing